What's up, fam? What's up? I always do this. I start the live and then I forget I left something. So give me just a second. Just a second. All righty. All right. Always coming with the water. What's good, fam? So there's a big reason, a main reason why you're not successful to yourself. I'm not saying you're not successful, but I'm saying in your own view, in your own eyes, you're not successful. And there's another reason why in your own view, in your own eyes, you're lacking something. Okay? There's a reason for that. And it's not that you intrinsically lack something, which means there's nothing inside of you that's actually missing. What you actually have is the incorrect glasses on. You have the improper lens on life, on your own life, in respect to yourself. So I put a status up today, and it was, I hope y'all can hear me. I just realized that. Let me make sure. I don't even know how I would make sure, but I'm going to assume that everybody can hear me. I have it hooked up HDMI, so I hope that's not affecting anything. Anyways, I posted a status earlier, and it's not that people have more talent to you, they're just more confident, right? And I want to elaborate just a little bit on that. And it's, nobody has more talent than you. In the big scheme of things, we all have the same amount of talent. What? We all have the same amount of talent. The exact same amount. The only difference is what that talent is in. I'm big on quotes. I love quotes. If you know me, if you've been following me, you know that I love quotes. So one of the biggest quotes for this is, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree or to live its whole life thinking it's a failure, y'all, if I really wish you could understand the profoundness in that statement. You're not a failure. The only reason that you think you're failing, the only reason that you think you're lacking something is because you're too busy trying to play other people's game. You're playing the comparison game, right? And they say comparison is the thief of joy. And that is a real statement. You have to stop comparing yourself to other people. You got to stop comparing people's skills and talents and abilities to your own. Some people are really great at speaking, and some people are phenomenal at writing. Some people are great at cooking. Some people are great at being an ear. Some people are just fantastic. They're naturally gifted with being strong. Everybody has a whole different skill, talent. When I say skill, but everybody has their own talent. And when I say talent, y'all, you got to realize that some of us are, when I say so specifically unique, like there is just a specific thing that you're good at. And there's other people in, I'll say fields where, you need a lot of those, right? So we'll use speaking, for example. We need a lot of speakers in the world. There's a message that needs to get out, and people deliver these messages in very particular ways. So there needs to be a lot of speakers. So you might be somebody gifted with the voice, gifted with the talent of oration, and you might not be, and that's okay. It's okay. Just because you don't have that natural talent to speak doesn't mean you don't have anything to say and anything to give to the world. You're no different from the speaker. You're no different. And when I say you're no different, I mean you have the same essence inside of you. That essence, it just manifests in a different way, in another unique way. So maybe you're no different is not the full truth, but I mean you don't have any less of that essence. You don't have any less of that energy, right? You don't have any less potential. And I mean that. We all have the same amount of potential. The only difference is the people that actualize that potential. And typically you start actualizing your potential when you really begin to know yourself. When you dig into who and what you are. I love water, y'all. Excuse me. You only really dig into that ability to tap into your potential once you recognize what your potential is in. All right, so we gotta think. We got a bottle of tea. We got a bottle of water. We got a bottle of juice. We got a bottle of some mixtures. It don't really matter. But everybody has their particular bottle that their potential is in. And oftentimes, typically, what happens is you're picking up somebody else's bottle and you're wondering why it's empty. Well, that's just not the bottle that your potential is in. It's not that you have any less. It's just that yours is in a different container. So in order to get to that level of success that you perceive somebody having, in order to get to that level of actualization that the other person is having that you admire, you got to figure out where your potential lies. You have to figure out where your potential lies, yo. That's the secret sauce. And often we can't figure it out. The reason why we have so many blockages, that we get so frustrated and we just don't know what to do, or we get into these depression slumps, is because we have these years and years of crap built on top of our temple. We have these years and years of program inside of our bodies, inside of our minds, that says that my potential is here and it has to be there because that's what everybody else's potential is at. And I don't know why mine isn't there. And I don't know why I can't succeed in life. And I don't know why I'm not as good. And it's because you have these pre-built conditions inside your mind that are lies. They're lies, y'all. They're lies. Period, point blank, they're lies. They're lies. And you believe them, y'all. And that takes me to the important topic. Beliefs. And this is really gonna be the area that I'm gonna keep focusing in on, you know, because something's hit me. It don't matter. Y'all see it eventually. But you believe the lies, and you have to recognize the power of belief. The power of belief is unmatched, untouched. It is the catalyst for wherever you're trying to go in life. Belief. And belief is not anything that you can have negatively. It's just what you believe. So if you believe you the baddest mother effer around, you know, you believe you the dopest dude in the room, it's true to you, and that's the energy that you exude. And if you believe that you don't have any charisma, you're unsuccessful, you're a failure, guess what? That's true to you, and that's the energy that you exude. You got to take the word no out of the vocabulary, whatever you're thinking, and that is the frequency that you're going to continue putting out into the world, because that's what you believe. It's what you believe. The belief system is the foundation for your life. So, if you want to really tap into your full potential and begin actualizing yourself, realizing why you came here, and the power that's within your hands, in your mind, in your voice, in your actions, you have to do deconstruction first. And this is why a lot of people don't get too far. It's because they try to get, you know, it's like having an old car. You try to go 0 to 60 in 2 seconds with an old vehicle, right? You can't do it. It's just not going to work. So what are you going to do? You can deconstruct the vehicle. You could take out the engine, take out the motor, you could put in a new motor, or you could throw the whole thing away and get a new car that fits that. But no matter which way, you have to deconstruct. You got to take things apart. You got to deconstruct your belief system, y'all. And I'm going to let you know, the mind has a very strong barrier. The mind has a very strong barrier to change, especially when it's sudden. Very, very strong barrier to sudden changes. That's why people don't do things cold turkey. That's why people can't just make a decision and then follow through with it. Oftentimes, it takes repetitive action. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a gradual thing. That's why I say things come in time. It's because the mind, once you have a belief set, the mind puts up this barrier around it and protects the belief. That's why it's a good thing, actually. It's a good thing, so you're not getting swayed and you're always changing your mind and you become overly mutable, where you have no form, no structure, and you don't have an essence. However, when you're ready to level up in life, when you're ready to go to the next level, you have to learn how to deconstruct the belief system so that you can re-put one in. And I'm gonna put it in a way that we can all, relate to, and I'm gonna end it with this. But everybody talks about the Matrix, right? Everybody, we're in the Matrix, etc., etc. And anyways, the Matrix is to me another word for in the code world, right? The code world. So when you are building a computer or you're trying to upload a program into a computer, you input the program via the matrix, which is a whole bunch of codes, ones and zeros that state something, right? So when we're living in a computer. I won't say a computer program. We're living in a large computer, and you yourself are a computer, right? And you have so much RAM, so much hard drive on you. And so whenever you're trying to do something different, when you're ever trying to tap into your potential, you gotta, one, free up some space, because you ain't got no more space, and the programs that you're running aren't doing anything efficient for you. So what are you gonna do as a developer, as the programmer? One, you're gonna free up some space. That's the deconstruction part of it. You're gonna take out those programs that you don't need anymore or any longer, or aren't serving you or causing viruses to come in. And then you figure out what you want to do, and then you upload the program into yourself or into the computer. It's that simple. But until you go through those first two steps, and a lot of people do not go through those first two steps, so we can't do nothing with you if your RAM is full. We can't do nothing with you if you're trying to use the old program that has you stuck, confused, lost, and down the rabbit hole, and you're trying to elevate. You got to get rid of the program. You got to get rid of the old thought pattern. You got to get rid of your ego trying to be in control. You have to. If you want to elevate, if you want to ascend, get rid of the old program, yo. I can't stress it enough. Get rid of it. Let it go. It's okay to be ignorant for a little bit. And it's okay to not be the smartest person in the room. It's okay. It's okay to not know. It's okay to start over. I think a lot of people have this fear of starting over, and it's really a fear of failure, I guess, or this fear of being judged more than anything, or appearing less than. It's an inferiority complex where people don't want to start over. They don't want to feel like they have nothing. And so instead of just starting over, they perpetuate where they're at with lies, which build up and don't allow you to actually progress in life. So you got to learn how to take a step back. You got to learn how to take a step down. And when you take that step down, when you take that step back, what it does is it allows you to move forward, right? It allows you to take the step back so you get the knowledge that you need. You get the correct foundation. You get the correct belief system in place. And then you can begin to move forward, right? You're no different from the person that's successful that you admire. The only differentiating factor is what your potential is in. Don't measure yourself by everybody else's stick. Measure yourself by your own merits, by your own talents. And you can only do that when. When can you win? When? How do you know what your talents are? By getting to know yourself. By exploring yourself. By being by yourself. Love on yourself. You don't need to be around other people all the time. You don't have to be in the mix all the time. It's okay. A lot of people have FOMO, fear of missing out. It's okay to miss out on certain experiences, because guess what? The journey inside yourself is a whole nother experience. And what it does, if you choose to invest the time into your inner journey, into your inner world, what you will discover and what you will be gifted with, this is the fun part, what you'll be gifted with is a better journey, a better experience, because you'll be able to feel more. A lot of times you don't have fun doing the things that other people want to do is because you have not yet to really learn how to feel. You have not learned how to feel yet because you haven't tapped back into yourself. You're disconnected from yourself, and what you're doing is you funny, brother. Oh man, you funny, dog. My boy Randy. All right, but it's until you connect back into yourself that you learn to feel on a deeper level, on a better level. And once you learn how to feel, you can then participate more fully, more authentically in the experiences that you wish to partake in. You'll be able to actually be successful in the way that you want because you'll know yourself and you'll know what your talents are and you'll know where your potential lies. You're no different from the person that's super successful. You're no different from that person. You just gotta find out what your potential is in. But all right, y'all, I'm done. Hope y'all got some use out of this. If you want some coaching, if you want some mentoring, hit my DM. We can set up a time and all that good jazz. But with that, y'all, love, light, peace.